It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Breanna Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Toronto Six NWHL hockey player, Breanna Wilson. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to start playing professional hockey?
Yeah, I mean, after I graduated, I still had that passion for the game, and I knew I just wanted to keep playing the game I love so much. So I got the opportunity to go to Sweden and play, and I wanted to travel as well. So it just seemed like the right fit.
Can you talk about, of course, your college playing career and what that was like at Cornell?
Yeah, so Colgate, but it was the best 4 years of my life. Going in as a freshman, we didn't have the best team around. I think in my freshman season had 7 wins. So the first years, we didn't get the outcomes we wanted on the ice, but we grew as a group, and we did that change of culture and grew together that we needed to do to become successful. And then in my junior and senior year, we started to see that success translate on the ice. And eventually, I mean, we made it to the Frozen Four finals, and I'll never forget that weekend playing Wisconsin and then Clarkson in the finals. It was just an awesome experience. And I'll never forget that. It was fantastic hockey. We played our absolute best, and unfortunately we didn't get the result we wanted, but we couldn't have asked for a better season my senior year.
What was it like to play in the Frozen Four?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time in program history that in I don't know if the men's team ever made it or what, but it was a big deal for Colgate. We're a pretty small liberal arts school, and just to bring that success to the program is huge. And I mean, being a part of Greg Fargo, our head coach, his first or second recruiting class, his full team that he had recruited was something special. And when I signed my NLI to go to Colgate, he told me before I signed that this was going to be it. Like, this is our shot. Our class is going to be the one to turn the program around, and we did. And all of our hard work paid off, and we got to go to the big show. So it was a fantastic experience.
What was it like whenever you played your first professional game with the Modo Hockey Dam?
Yeah. So going over to Sweden was definitely a big adjustment. Obviously missed my family a bunch, and it was a big transition for sure. But I was super proud to sign that contract and be a professional athlete. And yeah, it was so much fun to play over there and meet all these different girls from different countries with huge Olympic dreams. A lot of the Swedish girls in that league go on to play for the Olympic team, and I know girls from France and all that. So we were with the best of the best in Europe, and it was great hockey. Unfortunately, I suffered a concussion and couldn't finish out my full year. But that first game, I was traveling with one of my best friends. I graduated from Colgate with her. I played junior hockey with her, Lauren Wildfang. We went over there together, and we got off a plane. I think it was like 24-hour travel day, and the coach picked us up from the airport. We put our stuff in our new apartment, and off we were on our first road trip. And we didn't have an introduction to anybody. We just sat down on the bus with our hockey stuff, and we were off. And I think we both scored our first goal, I think, in that game. So it was kind of a cool experience.
What was the first time like signing to play for Toronto Six?
Yeah. So it's my hometown, obviously. So I took a year off after playing in Sweden, not only to manage my injury, but I just thought it was time to settle down and find a job and start a career. But I still had that itch. I still had that passion for the game. And Digit Murphy gave me a call. Mandy Cronin gave me a call, and it just happened. To be that I had nothing else, my 9-to-5 job, but they reassured me I could still keep my job and be a successful hockey player at the same time. And Digit's energy just sold me. She is the most unique, energetic character you'll ever meet, and I love what she stands for, and I love what the league stands for. And so I had to play, and I was hoping, obviously, I'd get to play at home in Toronto. And obviously with COVID, that hasn't happened. So, I mean, hoping for a regular season next year, but I don't know. Things in Ontario are a little iffy right now. So we'll see. But it was an opportunity I couldn't pass on. And I have loved every moment playing for them and being part of that team with such a wonderful group of women.
What are some of the similarities and differences between playing in the Sweden National League versus the National Women's Hockey League?
I mean, I haven't had a regular season in the NWHL, so I haven't had that atmosphere of having fans in the. So I would say, just surface level, that's probably the biggest difference is the atmosphere playing in Sweden. They have some pretty diehard fans, and it was cool to play in some of the arenas there with a bigger fan base. But overall, I think it's pretty comparable. Both leagues are extremely competitive, and every day you go to the rink, it doesn't matter who you are, can win the game. Like it's so competitive, and both leagues have great product, and I'm proud to be a part of both.
What was it like for the first time putting on the Toronto Six jersey for the first time?
I was super proud. I mean, I got to play with a bunch of girls I grew up playing with and against, and we got to come together and play together again. And so girls like Lindsey McNeil and Emma Greco, I played on the Toronto junior arrows with them, and Tatum Claremont. I played on Team Ontario with girls like Megan Quinn, Emma Woods. I played in Sweden with Brooke Boquist. So, I mean, it was a tight-knit group of girls even going into it. And then you throw some new faces in the mix, and it was just a blast. And I hope a lot of the girls come back for next season because it was such a great time, and I love everything about the team. So getting to play for such a great organization was super exciting for me, and to be a part of something that we're hoping to grow into something really special and for future generations is awesome. And I'm super proud to be a part of the league and of the Toronto team.
What is it like to play against and with players on your team like Taylor Woods and Lindsey Eastwood?
Yeah, I mean, they are fantastic defensemen, and they're great competitors. And I will say Taylor Woods is probably the strongest human that I know or that I've ever seen. She is an absolute machine, and her work ethic is unmatched. She's an incredible hockey player, and so is Lindsey. I mean, they're both top defenders in the league. I would say number one, number two, or tied for number one. They're so good, and they push me. They push everybody on the team to get better every day in practice. And I mean, obviously, it's frustrating at times getting beat by them all the time. And Lindsey's 12-foot reach with that giant stick. But yeah, it's great to be pushed like that every day, and to get to do it with a smile on your face. So I wouldn't want to ever have to play against them. So I am definitely glad that they're on my team.
Who are some of the players that you look up to on other teams that you have played against?
I would say the one that sticks out most in my mind is probably Shannon Doyle. I actually am living with type 1 diabetes. I was diagnosed 5 years ago now, and I happened to just write an article that the team published on our website, and she happened to read it. And after a game against the Whale, she made sure to come over and shake my hand and let me know that she was super proud of me for sticking through my diagnosis and pushing through it and showing up every day. So that I will remember forever. And it has nothing to do with winning a game or losing a game. It was just that kind of humanity that the game brings out in us. And it was a super special moment for me. So she's a super player as well. And off the ice, she's clearly a great leader. So I definitely look up to her for that.
What are some of your game day rituals?
I don't have a ton, but I know it's definitely strange when a bunch of girls are still doing their off ice warm up and I'm fully in my gear. I have it in my head that I have to get fully dressed and be fully ready for the game more than 60 minutes before the puck drops. So before an hour gets up on the game clock, I have to be in my full gear. So some girls are still in their t-shirts and shorts, and I'm sitting on the bench with my headphones on and I'm ready to go. So I know it freaks out some of my teammates when I'm fully dressed and they think they're late, but that's probably the one game day ritual that I have.
What was it like to play in Lake Placid this year?
That was a super cool experience. It has so much history, obviously Lake Placid, the 1980 Olympic Games. Just that rich history, that hockey history. It's a really cool building to get to play in. And for the first time for women's hockey to be broadcast on NBC Sports was huge for us. Obviously we didn't get to play that game, but just that exposure that we got from that weekend was huge. It wasn't just due to COVID and a bit of an outbreak down there. We didn't get to finish it out, but playing there was such a blast. We first game in program history. We got a bunch of firsts under our belt, and I thought we were rolling. I thought if we had finished out the tournament in Lake Placid that we would have won it all. We were playing really well. We were playing our best hockey, and we're finding chemistry and finding a rhythm. So it was really disappointing that we didn't get to play there, but of course safety always comes first. So we packed it up and came home, and we got to finish it out in Boston. So definitely love the time in Lake Placid, but I wish we could have finished it out that weekend for sure.
What are some of your future plans in this upcoming year?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure yet. I would love to play for the Six again. But just based on work and a bunch of other factors, I'm really not sure yet. I would love to keep playing for the team, but we'll have to see.
Can you talk about, of course, that challenge of balancing work life and professional hockey life?
Yeah, I think for us women, it's not in the cards just yet to make a full living off of being a professional hockey player. So all of us have full-time jobs, and it can be difficult. It can be exhausting at times, having to go to the rink after working in 9-hour, 12-hour day, whatever we work. So it can be frustrating at times. And it is difficult to show up to the rink and have that energy, but I think Digit has such a fantastic approach to the game and brings so much energy that she gave us life when you could tell the girls were tired and maybe didn't want to be there. So she did a great job of that. And I also think we have such a great group of women on our team that will pick you up when you're down. And it's definitely not easy to be a professional women's hockey player. I will say that. But it is worth it. And I hope to see the rewards in the future for young girls and women who are just starting their careers in the game. And so, I mean, it's all for them. And we hope that one day it'll be a viable league. So yeah, in the meantime, I'll keep grinding away so that they have the opportunity someday.
What advice would you give college players looking to make it into the professional hockey?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece of advice I'd have is just to go for it. Don't second guess your love for the game. Don't think or don't feel pressure to career right away. You're young and for it. Don't second guess it and have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. Enjoy the moment, enjoy every game, because you may not know that it is your last game. So play every shift like it's your last and just go for it.
What advice would you give professional hockey players that are playing now?
So advice for my I guess just keep your heads up and keep grinding away. I know it's tough, but it's a blast to be able to keep playing the game we love. And I guess, yeah, just keep kicking my butt out there. It's fun and the rivalries are fun. So I'll never take it easy on an opponent. And I hope they never take it easy on me. So yeah, I guess just have fun with it and we'll see you out there soon.
Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
What's that?
Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
So I have all platforms really of social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My handle is my name, Breanna WB. So it's the same on all. So that's where you can find me.
Thank you again, Breanna, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with the Toronto Six and in the NWHL.
Thanks, Brandon.
You can find Breanna Sports Talk on Facebook at Breanna Sports Talk, Instagram at Breanna Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Breanna, and you can find me on YouTube at Breanna Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Breanna, for your interview, and best of luck.
Thanks.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.